Hello and welcome to the fall semester of 2018. I am going to show you today how to get onto Canvas if you're a first-time user, and then we're going to go into our class and we are going to access all the files that you need to get going. So I'm hopefully going to show you exactly what to do, including downloading the first day handout for the Intro to Photoshop class. So welcome. My name is Brian Sorial, but you probably already met me or will meet me in a way in my portfolio movie, which I'll show you at the end of this. Okay, I just want to quickly get into Canvas. So this is your Macomb homepage. This is you just go to macomb.edu, and this is what you're going to get with macomb.edu. When you click your My Macomb, you're going to come up to a login page. Okay, so I'm sure that you all know how to get onto your Macomb login page with your own password. Now, I'm going to bring up my page because, as you can see, this movie records all keystrokes and I don't want my password to get on screen. So I'm going to pretend that I put in my password and I'm already in. So here is your Macomb login page. Over here is your Canvas button that you would click in order to get into Canvas. Now, if you've never gotten into Canvas before, you can actually go to the Canvas page and it says right up here, "Are you new to Canvas?" So you can review the Student Introduction to Online Learning tutorial movie right there on top that I'm clicking. And you can also, if you look at my first day handout, which I'll show you now, I'm going to bring up both the 12-week and the 16-week course because I'm only going to do one intro movie. So here is the 12-week first day handout. The reason I'm showing you this is so that you can refer back to this movie if you haven't gotten into Canvas yet. And here is the 16-week one. Okay, both of them have the number into Canvas that you need if you are having a problem with Canvas. So somewhere right in here I have the number to Canvas and how to get onto Canvas. So you know what, where did I put, there it is right there. So I'm going to zoom in. It's on page 5 of this handout. So I'm going to put it on the screen. And if you have any problems ever, just call 877-362-2662 and the Canvas attendant, service person, will help you, whether it's a password or you're locked out or you just can't seem to click anything. There is your number to click. Okay, that was actually on page 5 of Canvas. I'll go up here, the Canvas Support Technician, okay, which is available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now I'm going to put this over on the first page, and I'm going to put it on my other screen because I want to go back to this. So I'm going to show you how you would access your classes. Now, if you have no classes here and you know that you've registered for a class, you may have to go through this Student Introduction to Online Learning first if you've never been into Canvas. Or call that number I just showed you and ask them exactly what to do on Monday or Tuesday of this next upcoming week so that you can have the classes available to you. Okay? Your classes show up in what's called the dashboard, which is right on top here. And or you can click courses, and your courses should be in a list here. Now both the courses, the 16-week course right here for 1320 and the 12-week course for 1320 are right here. I'm going to go into the 16-week course, and both of them have pretty much the same first page. In fact, I'll go back to my home page here, click Canvas again, and I'll bring up the 12-week course just so I have both of them as tabs. I'll put them next to each other so I can click back and forth. So there's the 16-week tab. This is your home page. and this is the 12-week tab. Now, in the 12-week tab, it's definitely an entirely online class. So please read your home page. Other than this blue section here, which just says, since this is an online course, you can communicate with me utilizing the Canvas inbox. But all of you should know that if Canvas isn't working and you need to email me, right there it says email me at sorialb@macomb.edu. But that is on the first day handout as well. So let me put this larger on the screen so I can go to where my contact information is here. And there is my email, which I'm going to attach the first day handout to this email that I'm sending you right now this weekend before the class actually even begins, so that you have my first day handout, so that you can kind of go through it. Today is Sunday, actually, the day before the classes begin, and you should have the email by tonight or by tomorrow morning at the latest. It shows you what my office hours are. Okay, it shows you where my office is, R115, and then it actually goes through a list of the important dates for the semester, which, by the way, if I move it over here, I've also put in here for the important dates for the semester on the very first page. So please keep in mind when Labor Day is and when the Thanksgiving recess and all the other stuff that's important. Last day to withdraw, the last day for a refund, and all that stuff. And then I put in a convenient, hopefully, week 1 to week 16, even though if this is a 12-week class, it's to week 12, list of what dates are for each week. Because in my syllabus, I don't list the dates, because then I'd have to put that in every semester. Okay, back to the Canvas homepage. Let me see where I am here. So if you're into your homepage, and this is my 16-week class, what I want you to understand is how easy this can be. Do you guys look over here on the left-hand column? Do you see modules? You can click the modules button down here where I'm actually clicking near, or you can just click modules. And in the modules, you can go right down, you can download the syllabus if you want, and you can watch all of these neat things. Here's an example PDF from what other students have done. And you can see all this other stuff in this information listing here in the first module. In the second module, it has where my surveys are. It's not the second week, it's actually week 1's information. Okay, it's just a generic module. The very first week and the very first assignment is number 1.1, which is the Webpage Assets. Now what I want to do is show you how easy these modules are to use. There will always be a Dropbox on top where you put your file. Now, before I go any further, I want you to see that the first one is Webpage Assets, and there's a Dropbox. The second one, which is really more or less the second week, is the photographic retouch assignment, and there's the Dropbox for it. Now, I'll go through it a little bit more in depth in a minute, but I want to bring my first day handout over here and show you when I go down to the assignments part. In both the 12-week and the 16-week, there's your assignments. I'll zoom in. Webpage Assets, Photographic Retouch, 3D Texture, Caricature, Organic, Hard Surface Object, and then the movie poster. The cartoon one is extra credit in both classes. Okay, and there's the point value. Now, don't be so focused on the points. Don't be so focused on the grade. Just make sure you don't just turn in an assignment because you want to get it finished. Please, if you've watched my portfolio movie or you're about to, you will know that I'm about skill and about portfolio creation and about getting you good jobs. I'm not about getting a Webpage Assets file from you and having everything be wrong. Now, please turn in a file to me right into the Dropbox if you're having problems, or email me the file, which I'll show you how on this movie, through Canvas. Okay, so you can email me through Canvas right in the inbox. You see the inbox I'm kind of clicking on but not clicking near. Okay, so I want you to see that in this inbox you can send your teacher a file. the whole PSD file, the whole Photoshop file. And then I will create a movie for you if you just tell me what your issue is. Okay, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to the PDF for the first day handout. Here, if I keep on going, is what you're supposed to do in week 1 and 2, and in week 3 it says what I would like you to turn in by Sunday of the first week or as soon as possible. I will not take away any points from you if you let me know that you're having problems with a file and you need to turn it in after Sunday. Did you hear what I said? Okay. So again, I'm more about getting you to a finished file. You may have to turn in a file 2 or 3 times to get it right. I don't care, as long as you turn it in, you know, so that I can see what your problems are, help you, and then get you to turn in a good file. Don't be focused on B's or C's or D's or A's or whatever. Grades mean nothing. Doing it right means everything. Okay, so you can see in the first day handout that in week 1 and 2 is the Webpage Asset. I want you to try to stay on schedule. Week 3 is the photographic retouch. Week 4 is the image manipulation. So let's now go over to here. In your module is where you turn in the file. Below the module, below the Dropbox, I meant in the Webpage Assets module, very first one is where you turn in the file. So when you click that, when I have the word published, you're going to have the word submit. So it's going to allow you to upload. Right here, there will be an upload button. You can upload your file to me and click that button. Let's go back. And it doesn't have to be a finished file. Remember I said that. Okay, I'll let you turn it in as many times as it takes to get it right. But right below the Dropbox are what I refer to as the assets. In this case, it's the face original and the photography one. Now I'll move this over slightly so you can see it kind of go to the desktop, but as soon as I click the face original, you get this picture. If you click this next thing, it says download it. So this is how you actually start the file. All right, that's what you start with. You see how it came to my desktop? Okay, now that was for the the photographic retouch one. Okay, so actually I let you use, I'll show you what I mean by why do I have, I'll explain myself. Why do I have the face file that you're going to use for the photographic retouch? Why did I give it to you for this one, for the Webpage Assets? It's because you'll see when you watch the movie. Now, right below the Assets one are the movies, which link to my YouTube page. So when I click the very first one, you get a movie. And I want you to start with the movies. Remember, you can stop and start the movies as many times as you want and replay it. Now, I'm not going to play this whole movie for you, but I'm going to just click to a certain point. So let's go down to here. So look at how
and I'll let myself do the
you do
talking
steps
right now,
on
so
here,
just listen to what I have to say.
and then I'll pause it. You do the step, and if you need to rewind it, just push it back and watch it again. I don't like PDF handout files. You could be used to them, and I have, you know, I know that you're used to looking at a step-by-step file. The problem with those is once you're done step 10, you can't remember what you did in step 1 and 2. But if you have to watch it and you have more sensory perception of each step, your memory is better. So please get used to watching all the movies. Don't hurry through them. Don't look for a PDF file. And by the time you get done 1 or 2 or 3 of the projects, you will actually like having the ability to go back and watch what I've done over and over and over again. And if it bothers you that you're watching something over and over again, I'm going to say, so what? That's how you learn. Remember, Photoshop is pretty expansive, and I want you to do the best thing you can, which is to gain skill. Now, each time there's a summary. So when you're done the file, you click the drop box and you submit it to me. Then you do the summary and then you go on to the next one. See how easy that is? Now, if you're concerned with, hey, it's week 5 and you're only starting the image manipulation, why don't you just let me and you worry about that together? Okay? You'll get faster as the semester goes on. So in each case, like image manipulation, it's the 3rd assignment due. You can go right over to here, bring your first day handout here, and see that image manipulation is really week 4. It's a suggestion, it's a hopeful suggestion that you have it turned in by the Sunday of week 4. If it's the Sunday of week 5 or the Thursday of week 5, it's okay. Just stay in communication with me. That's all I ask. Now, I think I've given you a fairly good example of how to use these modules and the first day handout in conjunction with each other. So remember that each one has a Dropbox on top, then the assets are the next one, and sometimes they're going to load in a zip file on your desktop. You just double click it and then watch the first movie and I show you how to begin. If you have any issues, please email me. I usually get back with you pretty fast, okay? Like really fast, like within hours or in that day. And I get you back on your way. So, whether this is a 16-week course or a 12-week course, please look at your first day handout, log into Canvas, and start your class. All right? I don't think that you're going to have too big of an issue after you get used to watching these movies. So what I wanted to do was to show you just, I'm going to bring over my folder of the very first assignment. So the very first assignment is going to be, actually that's the wrong folder. Let me bring this one over. Okay, so this one is the movie lesson files of mine. Let me see where I am here. And let me go into my lessons and into my Webpage Assets. And then I'm going to open up, if I can find it pretty fast, PSD files. Let me double click this. And here is, I have so many of these opened. Let me open this one up and see if this is the second one or the first one. So this is what your file is actually going to look like. This is my fancy one, and I populated here. I'll move in. I populated all of these windows. You're only going to populate these windows. So let me say don't resolve, and okay, that was Mr. Sarcona's, sorry. I will get there soon. So here is the Webpage Assets PSD file, and this is what yours is going to look like more or less. Okay, it's only going to have one window over here that's going to be populated with a picture, and that's why I gave you the photography PSD file. Don't try to figure it out, but just start with that first movie and it'll show you how to set up this file. Okay, I'll go to image and image size just to show you that it is a 4.4 inch by 2 inch at 300 ppi, or I actually tell you it's a 1200 pixel. See how I changed that? It's a 1200 pixel by 600 pixel at 300 pixels per inch file. So that's what I'll show you how to do one step at a time. Remember to pause the tutorial movie and then do the step that I just did. And if you have a problem, just watch that step over again, but I'll cancel that. Now what I want to show you is why I put in that photography thing. Now let me take a second out to show you the web folder. So I'm going to go like this, and you don't have to make a web folder. If you simply turn in on the very first assignment, if you simply turn in your PSD file, you're done. For those of you that want to continue into Dreamweaver, I always give a little extra in case you need to or want to. Didn't mean need to, in case you want to go extra. But watch how I'm opening up this. Let me go backwards. And here is my file that has all of the windows populated. But watch when I click this link. I show you in Dreamweaver how to click from this page to that page, and then how to go backwards. So do you have to do that? The answer is no. If you want to do that, please feel free to do it, and then send me the HTML files. So all you have to do is not only in the module, not only give me, like when you're ready, let me go back here. When you're ready, you can go right into the Webpage Assets Dropbox and not only give me the PSD file, but you can give me the HTML files if you want to. Okay? That's no problem. I want to make sure that I'm allowing everyone. I had to make sure that I'm allowing for any kind of an upload, and I'm going to click this. You don't have an edit button, I do here, and it allows for, look at, I said file upload, and I didn't restrict any file type, so you're allowed to give me any file. Okay, I just wanted to make triply sure. Welcome to the semester, and if you have any questions, please email me. Now, where do you email me? In this inbox right over here in the Canvas page, you just click it. And if you want to send me one, you click this button right up here. You choose your class. I, of course, have many classes right there. Okay, you're only going to have a couple or maybe just one. And then when it says to, let me just go to this class. And now to whom you want to send it to, just click this button and you can send it right to the teacher. So you can send it to Brian Sorial. As soon as you see it, there's Brian Sorial. The subject could be your question on web asset assignment. And you can type your question, click the paperclip, and attach your file. I will send you back a very quick little movie, a personal movie for you, showing you how to fix your assignment. So make sure you're not sending me JPEGs. Make sure you're sending me the PSD file, the whole PSD file, which stands for Photoshop file. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that, and I'm going to go back into your class just so you can see there's your class again. Now, hopefully that's going to get you on your way. I look forward to working with you all semester long, whether this is the online class or the on-ground class. Thank you.